So namaste, welcome to session 28 of the Sundarakandam learning series. Today we shall embark on learning the fifth Sarga of Sundarakandam. The fifth Sarga, which is titled Chandra Darshanam. Okay, here let me see what happened till here. Let me say what happened till here. Hanuman, in the attempt to look for Sita, has observed the great city of Lanka after defeating Lankini in the third Sarga. In the fourth Sarga, we saw that he entered the city of Lanka. The mansions, the palaces, and how Ravana's palace stood out, the sounds that he heard, even of Veda Ghosha, of Ravana Ghosha, all these things, the heavy security, all that was described in Sarga 4. And in the end of the Sarga 4, we saw he was about to Ravana Antahpuram Avivesha. Ravanana Antapuram Avivesha. He entered the inner apartments of Ravana. So here we must remember that in the third Sarga, before the third Sarga, there was one reference to Chandra, where it said, my voice is echoing. Can I request people to be on mute? I don't know who's on unmute. Okay, so in the end of the second sarga, before the third sarga, Chandropi Sachivyamivasya Kurvan was mentioned. What does it mean? As if to assist Hanuman, Chandra rose in the sky. Chandropi Sachivyamivasya Kurvan Tara Ganeir Madhyagato Virajan Jyotsna Vitanena Vitatya Lokam Uttishthate Naika Sahasra Rashmihi Uttishthate. Chandraha Uttishthate, which means the moon rose. So just as he was entering the beginning of third sarga, just as he was about to meet Lankini, in order to help Hanuman navigate an enemy territory to serve as his friendly ally, Chandra made its appearance. Okay, at that time the moon rose. Now in the fifth sarga, we will see the moon has well risen. It is in the middle of the sky. It is now night time. Here also, the Chandra plays a very important role in illuminating the entire palace of Ravana, the inner part of the city, so to speak, of Ravana's to Hanuman. Therefore, this sarga is aptly titled Chandra Darshanam. With the aid of Chandra, what did Hanuman see? Is what is one enjoy the Kavya Alankaras in these first few. What is Sarga? Anybody who has Chandra Dasha dosha, they say, no? Anybody who has that should specifically chant this Sarga, the fifth Sarga. It is especially beneficial to pray with this Sarga on the Shukla Paksha Pradosha day. Pradosha falls in both the Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha, right? 2 times in a month. During the Shukla Paksha Pradosha, it is auspicious to chant this Sarga for getting relief from Chandra Dosha. What is the Nevedyam? Not specifically mentioned, but always moon, it is good to offer milk and sugar. Okay, so milk and sugar candy, the Kalkandar pal, or normal sugar and milk can be offered. Okay, so now we will start the Sarga, given the introduction. ततः समध्यं गतमंशुमन्तं ततः समध्यं I have to request, I have no idea. Subhashri ji, be honest. Thank you. ततः समध्यं गतमंशुमन्तं ततः समध्यं गतमंशुमन्तं ज्योत्स्नावितानं महदुद्वमन्तं ज्योत्स्नावितानं महदुद्वमन्तं ददर्श धीमान् दिवि भानुमन्तं ददर्श धीमान् दिवि भानुमन्तं गोष्ठे वृषं मत्तमिव भ्रमन्तं गोष्ठे वृषं मत्तमिव भ्रमन्तं. I'll break it up word by word in case anybody had a doubt. Tataha, saha. But in Sandhi, the Visarga disappears. So we say sa. Tataha, saha, madhyam, gatam, amshumantam, jyotsnavitanam, महत् उद्वमन्तं ददर्श धीमान् दिवि भानुमन्तं गोष्ठे वृषं मत्तमिव भ्रमन्तं. Okay. So we will learn it now again line by line. Tatah samadhyam gatamam shumantam ज्योत्स्नावितानं महदुत्वमन्तं ततः समध्यं गतमं शुमन्तं ज्योत्स्नावितानं महदुद्वमन्तं ददर्श धीमान् दिवि भानुमन्तं गोष्ठे वृषं मत्तमिव भ्रमन्तं ददर्श धीमान् दिवि भानुमन्तं गोष्ठे वृषं मत्तमिव भ्रमन्तं. Together. ततः समध्यं गतमं शुमन्तं ज्योत्स्नावितानं महद् उद्वमन्तं ददर्श धीमान् दिवि भानुमन्तं गोष्ठे वृषं Mattamiva Brahmantam. Please ask me if you have any doubts in chanting. If you want once more, we can chant slowly. Tata Samadhyam Gatamam Shumantam Jyotsna Vitanam Mahadutvamantam Dadarsha Dhiman Divi Bhanumantam Goshthe Vrisham Mattamiva Brahmantam. In some readings, instead of Dhiman, we will find Shriman. I think Gita Press may have Shriman. That is also a very beautiful word usage. Throughout this Sarga, we find, I think in 6 or 7 places, the word Shri Lakshmi is mentioned. It almost seems like there is a implied meaning here. Chandra Sahodari Lakshmi. Okay, Chandra is illuminating the city, which has Sita, who is Sakshat Lakshmi Devi. And when we use the word Shriman for Hanuman, it is like Sita Devi is always with Hanuman. So that reading is also very appropriate. So now we will get into the meaning. Tataha Dhiman, then that intelligent Hanuman, Saha. Saha refers to Hanuman. Tataha Saha Dhiman. Then that intelligent Hanuman. What did he do? Dadarsha is the verb. He saw. What did he see? Madhyam Gatam Amshumantam. Amshuman. That which has Amshu or rays. So what does it mean? Moon. Correct? So Amshuman refers to moon. Amshumantam is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Amshumantam Dadarsha. He saw the moon. What kind of moon? Madhyam Gatam. That which had ascended to the middle of the sky. As we saw at the end of second Sarga, moon was rising to do Sachiviyam for Hanuman. Now it has risen well on top of the sky. So from there will be a huge canopy of light. Jyotsna Vitanam Udvamantam. Udvamantam means what? Throwing out. Throwing out what? Jyotsna Vitanam. A huge canopy of light. Earlier it was like one single torch. Lanka's fortress illuminated with one single torchlight to the moon. Now the moon has risen to the middle of the sky. The entire city, the entire area is under the sight of Hanuman, illuminated by the moon. Jyotsna Vitanam means canopy of light. Okay, Udvamantam means emitting. So emitting a large canopy of light. Goshthe Brahmantam Mattam Vrisham Bhanumantam Iva. Okay, Mattam Vrisham Iva. This is a description of the moon. Upama Alankara. Iva. Like what? Goshthe. Goshtha means the stables. Okay, in the stables, what will be there? Brahmantam, roaming around. Mattam Vrisham Iva, like an intoxicated bull. So there is one bull which is in its prime, and that is roaming around lot of beautiful cows in the Goshala. Like that, Chandra appeared in the sky, moving, on the sky amidst a panoply of stars around him. So the Chandra is compared to the Vrisha or the bull, and the stars are compared to the cows. The Chandra is in the sky, the cows and the bull are in the Goshala. That is why the word Iva is used. It's Rupama Alankara. Okay, so Divi, in the sky, he saw. Bhanumantam iva dadasha. The sun, the moon was so bright that day, it looked like Bhanuman. Who is Bhanuman?
Sun, ma'am.
Sun. Exactly. So the moon appeared like a veritable sun on the sky, illuminating the entire city with a canopy of light. So this is the description of the moon's position in the sky, which is given in this particular shloka. I hope the meaning is clear. Okay. Right. So, yeah, I think I've covered all the points. Only the Soundarya students remind me in class on Wednesday. There is a Ambal aspect to this shloka as given in Appaya Dikshithar's commentary, which I will discuss in class. Just remind me, shloka number 1 of Sarga 5, and we will have a quick discussion about it and move forward. For the others, the meaning may not have significance, so we will carry it in the Soundarya class. लोकस्य पापानि विनाशयन्तम् लोकस्य पापानि विनाशयन्तम् महोदधिं चापि समेधयन्तम् महोदधिं चापि समेधयन्तम् भूतानि सर्वाणि विराजयन्तम् भूतानि सर्वाणि Virajayantam. Again, in recordings, I'm hearing some of you say Sarvani. Sarvani. Okay. Bhutani Sarvani Virajayantam. Dadarsha Shitam Shumathabhiyantam. Dadarsha Shitam Shumathabhiyantam. Dadarsha Shitam Shumathabhiyantam. Okay. लोकस्य पापानि विनाशयन्तम् महोदधिं चापि समेधयन्तम् लोकस्य पापानि विनाशयन्तम् महोदधिं चापि समेधयन्तम् भूतानि सर्वाणि विराजयन्तम् ददर्श शीतांशुमथाभियान्तम्. I'll repeat the last two words again. ददर्श शीतांशुमथाभियान्तम् भूतानि सर्वाणि विराजयन्तम् ददर्श शीतांशुमथाभियान्तम्. Together. लोकस्य पापानि विनाशयन्तम् महोदधिं चापि समेधयन्तम् भूतानि सर्वाणि विराजयन्तम् ददर्श शीतांशुमथाभियान्तम्. What is the sun? What is the moon doing in the sky? Everything is, if you notice, vinashayantam, samidhayantam, virajayantam, then shitamshu mathabhiyantam. Okay, so abhiyantam. Everything is ending in antam. This is an example of Shatru Pratyaya, which means continuous tense. So it is doing something. Okay, so Dvitiya Vibhaktiyam, it becomes like this Vinashayantam, Samedhyantam. Iti. Okay, so this is Dvitiya Vibhakti, Shatru Pratyaya Padam. What does it mean? Doing, in the act of doing, continuously. Okay, you say present continuous, no? Somewhat equivalent to it, though it's not a tense. Okay, so Lokasya Papani Vinashayantam. It destroys or it is destroying all the sins of all the worlds. So basically it is sins here basically does not mean actual sin. As given in the Tilaka commentary, the word sin here refers to Papa Janaka Dukha. It does not refer to Papa per se. The moon cannot come and tell you don't lie, don't cheat. But the moon can provide you relief from the suffering caused due to your lying and cheating. Okay, so it provides relief. It is like Tapatrayagni Santapta Samahladana Chandrika, we say, no, Ambal is like that. So like that, here the moon is providing relief from the agonies caused due to our karma phala. So we should not take the word Papa literally to mean sins, but we should take them to mean their effects. So providing relief from the effects of the sins. I hope it is clear. This is mentioned in Tilaka commentary. Okay, so Vinashayantam, it is destroying. Okay, then Mahodadhim Samedhayantam cha api, the Mahodadhim, Mahodadhi, Udadhi, ocean. Mahodadhi, great ocean. Samedhayantam, it is augmenting. We all know, no, how the moon's gravitational force causes the waves to rise in the ocean. Thus, it causes the waves to rise, augmenting the ocean, samedhyantam, causing it to rise. Okay. Cha api, and also sarvani bhutani virajayantam. Sarvani bhutani, all the living beings. Virajayantam, it illuminates. Okay, virajayantam rajadatu, which means to shine. So it illuminates all the living beings. Then abhiyantam Shitamshum Dadarsha. Abhiyantam, moving forward. As we all know, the moon is not static in the sky at night, it moves. So moving forward. Okay, Abhiyantam, moving forward. Shitamshu. There we saw the word Amshuman for moon. Here we are seeing the word Shitamshu for moon. What does it mean? Amshu means ray only. Amshuman means one with rays, as we saw in the previous shloka. Here, Shitaha Amshuhu Yasya Saha, that which has, or rather, Shitaha Amshavaha Yasya Saha, that which has cooling rays. So, Shitamshuhu, that is the meaning for moon here. Again, another word for moon. Just like I told the earlier Sargas, Radha Bhagini also keeps telling, we can learn Sanskrit through Sundarakandam. All the synonyms for moon will come here. Shitamshu, that with cooling rays. Okay, so Shitamshuhu. Shitamshum Dadarsha, he saw. So now we move forward. Where is the word Dadarsha? We have added it. Oh, no, it's there, sorry. Dadarsha Shitamshum Athabhyantam. So it is there. Athabhyantam means to move forward. Where did the word Atha go? Nobody asked me. Shitamshum Atha Abhyantam. The word Atha goes right at the beginning. Atha means then. Okay, so then it was doing this is the meaning. So next shloka. Am I going too slow? Do you want me to speed up a bit? I'm having a feeling I'm going a little slow today. Okay, I will. If I'm going fast, tell me now. Ya bhati lakshmir bhuvi mandarastha. Ya bhati lakshmir bhuvi mandarastha. Tatha pradosheshu cha sagarastha. Tatha pradosheshu च सागरस्था तथैव तोयेषु च पुष्करस्था तथैव तोयेषु च पुष्करस्था रराजसा चारुनिशाकरस्था रराजसा चारुनिशाकरस्था या भाति लक्ष्मीर्भुवि मन्दरस्था तथा प्रदोषेषु च सागरस्था या भाति लक्ष्मीर्भुवि मन्दरस्था तथा प्रदोषेषु च सागरस्था तथैव तोयेषु च पुष्करस्था रराजसा चारुनिशाकरस्था तथैव तोयेषु च पुष्करस्था रराजसा चारुनिशाकरस्था. Together. या भाति लक्ष्मीर्भुवि मन्दरस्था तथा प्रदोषेषु च सागरस्था तथैव तोयेषु च पुष्करस्था रराजसा चारुनिशाकरस्था. Now our Lakshmi Devi makes her appearance. Okay, where Chandra is, Lakshmi Devi also comes. Let's see. Bhuviya Lakshmi Mandarastha Bhati. Bhuvi means on earth. Saptami Vibhaktyam. On earth. Okay, Bhuvi Ya Lakshmi. That Mahalakshmi. Let us just take the word Lakshmi as Lakshmi for now. Then later we will see if there are, we can always look at adjectives and we can always look at what are the gunas of the name. So Ya Lakshmi, that Lakshmi Mandarastha Bhati, on the Mandara mountains where she Bhati glows. So on earth she glows on the Mandara mountains. Who? Lakshmi Devi. Okay. Tatha, likewise. Pradosheshu Sagarastha Bhati. We should take again. Pradosheshu, in the Pradosha Kalas. Okay. Every day also there is a Pradosha. Apart from the Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha Trayodashi, which is the Pradosha, the period between the evening, the dusk period, is called Pradosha. Before sunset, just before. So that period, at the time of the Pradosha, Where is she? Sagarastha. She is said to be in the oceans at the time of Pradosha. Okay. Tathaiva. Likewise, Toyeshu Pushkarastha. In the waters, she is on the lotus. Pushkara refers to lotus. Okay. So, in the waters, she is on the lotus. She glows on the lotus. Sa, she, who, Lakshmi Devi, where is she? Charu Nishakarastha Raja. Charu, beautiful. Nishakaraha, another word for the moon. Nishakaraha, Nisham Karoti, iti Nishakaraha, one who causes night to come. We all know in the night the moon becomes visible. The word Nishakara is simply amazing poetry. That's all. It is as if the poet sees the moon and says, oh, the moon has caused the night to fall. We all know the science. Earth rotates, and what happens on the dark side of the earth, which does not face the sun, the nightfall is experienced. That is a cut and dried explanation. If you give it to a poet, the poet will say, Nishakaraha ratrim karoti. The Nishakareti. The moon is what causes the night. So it is called Nishakara. Nishakarastha Taraja. Charu Nishakarastha. In the beautiful moon, she shone. So the Lakshmi Devi, Chandra's sister, is now making her presence felt. It is almost like, to find my sibling, you are making this effort. I will now glow with all her power and glory also to help you find her. So you can see an implied meaning here where the moon is acting against Achivyamiva. So like this here, for his sister's sake, he is doing. So the word Lakshmi, if you take, we have seen in Saundara Lahari before. Lakshmi Devi offered a boon saying that if it's very difficult for you to worship me, in different places, let's go worship the hind part of a cow. I'll be there. If you find it difficult to worship the hind part of a cow, the back side of a cow, that's why you find that when you do Go Puja also, the back part of the cow is always worshipped because Lakshmi Devi is said to be present there. All the devas, all the gods are present to the cow. Lakshmi Devi is in the hind part of the cow. So I'm there in the hind part of the cow, she says. Otherwise, you'll find me in a lotus, or you'll find me in a bilva leaf, or easiest place. Tell me, Saundara Lahari students. Yes, yes, Rupaji. On the Simanta Saradi. On the, yes, correct. On the middle center parting of a married woman where she wears a Sindura. So, Sindura covered Simanta Saranihi is where Lakshmi Devi is present. Okay. So, apart from all these, Valmiki adds two other places on the Mandara mountains and in the Sagara or in the oceans during Pradosha. He also talks about the lotus. Correct. So, Goddess Lakshmi Devi, if you see her, the name itself carries the different gunas. Okay, gunas are splendor, Aishwarya, splendor in the sense of radiance. Okay, which is the quality that she shares with her brother. Okay, with her brother, she shares the quality of being very cooling and pleasant. You won't find an ounce of Raudram in Lakshmi Devi's face. Very cooling and pleasant face that is always benevolent, always blessing us, like her brother. These are the qualities she shares with her brother. In addition, she also has the quality of Sampurna Aishwarya, complete Aishwarya, Ishwara Bhavaha Aishwarya, complete Aishwarya. And that Aishwaryam is what is now glowing in Lanka because of Sita Devi's presence. Okay, that is being underscored here by the mention of the word, repeated mention of the word Lakshmi and Shri throughout this Sarga. I took the time to explain this because later when the word Shri comes, please think of the meaning and carry it forward in your mind as you understand the meaning of that particular shloka. Okay, so now we will, so there is an implied, according to Bhushanakara commentary, there is an implied comparison also between the lotus, between the moon and Lakshmi. To say that Lakshmi takes on the qualities of the, Lakshmi Devi takes on the qualities of the moon and she glows as the moon. There's an implied comparison here, he says. Okay. Rajnaji, please ask.
Raraja is what?
Shown. Praraja, Bhati, both mean the same. Bhati is in present tense. She glows. Where she, because even today she glows. There, that day she glowed on the moon. Raraja, she glowed. This is but different dhatu. Bhati is bhadatu, Raraja is rajadatu. Raraja is lit lakara, Bhati is lat lakara. Lat means present tense, lit means past tense, which cannot be seen by you. So far in the past, none of us have seen it. Aparokshe lit.
Ma'am, Pushkarastha is the lotus.
On the lotus.
On the okay, thanks.
Okay, right. Now I'll move forward. Hamso yatha rajata panjarasthaha. Hamso yatha राजतपञ्जरस्थः सिंहो यथा मन्दरकन्दरस्थः सिंहो यथा मन्दरकन्दरस्थः वीरो यथा गर्वितकुञ्जरस्थः वीरो यथा गर्वितकुञ्जरस्थः चन्द्रोऽपि बभ्राज तथाम्बरस्थः चन्द्रोऽपि बभ्राज तथाम्बरस्थः हंसो यथा राजतपञ्जरस्थः सिंहो यथा मन्दरकन्दरस्थः हंसो यथा राजतपञ्जरस्थः सिंहो यथा मन्दरकन्दरस्थः वीरो यथा गर्वितकुञ्जरस्थः चन्द्रोऽपि बभ्राज तथाम्बरस्थः वीरो यथा गर्वितकुञ्जरस्थः चन्द्रोऽपि बभ्राज तथाम्बरस्थः टुगेदर हंसो यथा राजतपञ्जरस्थः सिंहो यथा मन्दरकन्दरस्थः वीरो यथा गर्वितकुञ्जरस्थः चन्द्रोऽपि बभ्राज तथाम्बरस्थः. So babhraja is the verb. Babhraja came from the dhatu, which is to mean okay, no, let's not go into the meaning. This means looked lustrous. Okay, lit lakara looked lustrous. It glowed. Okay, so what glowed? Chandraha babhraja, the moon glowed. How? Tatha babhraja, in some way. There is a whole lot of upamas, or upama means comparison, whole lot of upamas here. Hamso yatha rajata panjarastha. Hamsaha refers to swan. Yatha, as if in. Rajata, silver. Panjarastha, situated within the cage. Situated within a silver cage. How the swan appears. In that way, the moon glowed in the sky. Ambarastha babhraja. In the sky, the Chandra glowed. Like what? Like the swan in a silver cage. One more comparison. Simhaha yatha mandara kandarastha. Simhaha, lion. Mandara, mountain. Kandara, cave. Kandarastha, situated in the cave. So like a lion which is found within the caves of the Mandara mountains. Okay, that is the meaning of the second upama. In that way, the moon glowed in the sky. Veeraha yatha garvita kunjarastaha. Veeraha, a warrior. Yatha, like garvita kunjarastaha, is situated on top, is situated on a, or mounted on a garvita kunjaraha, means a if you could say proud elephant. That's just a literal translation, but what it essentially means is a high jati elephant, elephant of very great noble breeding, not an ordinary elephant. So garvita does not here refer to the elephant experiencing feelings of pride. What it essentially means is it belongs to an elevated breed. So that kind of elephant on which the Veera is, on which a warrior is mounted, like that warrior mounted on an elephant like this of noble breeding, like that the moon appeared glowing in the sky. Now it may seem as if why is Valmiki comparing three different things to the moon? Can anybody guess what is a always when you have a comparison there must be a point of comparison. Correct? When we say sweet, when we want to say sweet, we'll say sweet as honey. Correct? So when I say this person's Shashwata's words are as sweet as honey, if I was to say, then if I just was to say Shashwata's words are like honey, you will understand it means Shashwata's words are sweet. The point of comparison is sweetness. Like that, what do you think is the point of comparison here between the moon and the three objects mentioned?
Their bravery.
Bravery, yeah. Hamsa and Enema bravery. But very good guess because of Veera and Simha, you guessed it. Very good.
Ma'am, purity, ma'am.
Very close. Whiteness.
Whiteness.
Okay, whiteness and purity, therefore, both. Okay, very nice, Rajni. So basically, here I'll explain. See, Rajata, silver cage, Hamsa, white in color, so glowing white only. Mandara caves are supposed to look, Mandara mountain itself is supposed to be pristine because it is a mountain frequented by the gods. Okay, so it is said to be whitish, white in appearance. Okay, so the white caves or the white mountains, if you've seen a mountain line will not look like your usual Gir forest line. Gir forest line looks tanned in the sun. Mountain lions look definitely pale skinned, almost white in color. So like that it appeared. Veeraha yatha garvita kunjarastaha. The elephant is large in size. It's a noble breed elephant. It's large in size. Usually they are white in color. So mounted on a white elephant, the Veera will look small only in comparison. Who's looking big? The elephant is looking big and white. So here again the whiteness is what is being compared to. This is not my own explanation. Due to the absence of a samanya dharma or a common point of comparison being mentioned clearly in the shloka, the commentator Bhushanakara says that the samanya dharma here is whiteness. Samanya dharma or the point of comparison is whiteness. Okay, Shweta Giritvat, Shwetatvat, iti he says. Okay, so the upama is point of comparison is whiteness. This is called Lupta Upama Alankara. For those who are Sanskrit students, no, where the upama is not explicit, it is called Lupta Upama or hidden upama. Okay. Then we come to the next shloka. Sthitah kakudman iva tikshna shringo. Sthitah kakudman iva tikshna shringo. Mahachala shveta ivocha shringaha. Mahachala shveta ivocha shringaha. Hastiva jambunadabadha shringo. Hastiva jambunadabadha shringo. रराजचन्द्रः परिपूर्णशृङ्गः रराजचन्द्रः परिपूर्णशृङ्गः स्थितः ककुद्मानिव तीक्ष्णशृङ्गो महाचलश्वेत इवोच्चशृङ्गः स्थितः ककुद्मानिव तीक्ष्णशृङ्गो महाचलश्वेत इवोच्चशृङ्गः हस्तीव जाम्बूनदबद्धशृङ्गो रराजचन्द्रः परिपूर्णशृङ्गः हस्तीव जाम्बूनदबद्धशृङ्गो रराजचन्द्रः परिपूर्णशृङ्गः Together. स्थितः ककुद्मानिव तीक्ष्णशृङ्गो महाचलश्वेत इवोच्चशृङ्गः हस्तीव जाम्बूनदबद्धशृङ्गो रराजचन्द्रः परिपूर्णशृङ्गः. Okay, one more comparison. Tikshna-shringaha sthitaha kakudman iva. Does anyone remember the meaning of kakudman? Kakud.
Bull.
Correct. Kakudman comes from one with kakub. Kakub refers to the hump. It also refers to the hump basically. The what is there in the back, right? So like a humped bull. Kakudman, one with a hump, bull. So Tikshna Shringaha Sthitaha Kakudman Iva. So like a bull which has a very sharp hump. Tikshna Shringaha, sharp peak. Tikshna means sharp, high. Shringaha means peak. Like a bull with a sharp peak. What does that mean? Like a bull having a tall hump. Okay. And then Ucha Shringaha Shvetaha Mahachalaha Iva. Ucha Shringaha also means elevated peaks. Shvetaha, white. Mahachalaha, mountain. So like a white mountain with lofty peaks. So like a bull with a big hump, like a white mountain with lofty peaks. Jambunadabadha Shringaha Hastiva. Here, Hasti refers to elephant. Okay, Jambunada, we've seen before, the gold found in the banks of Jammu River. We've seen on the bed of the Jammu River. Jambunada, that's what it is called. Jambunada means gold. Baddha means what? Clasped in, bound in. What is bound in? The Shringa. What is the Shringa or horn of an elephant? The elephant doesn't have a horn, it has a tusk. So like golden clad elephant tusk. Okay, like that. Paripurna Shringaha, complete with its horn. Chandraha Raja. The moon shone brightly with its horn. What is a horn? Who can tell me? What is the horn of the moon? Everyone else has horns. We know horn or hump or peak. What is that here?
Rays, ma'am. Moon rays.
No.
Crescent shape, ma'am. Crescent shape.
That is the shape of the moon. The moon is full, Paripurna Shringa. The moon is full moon, bright. Okay, and here in that moon there is a Shringa.
The moonbeams are light rays.
No, not moonbeams or light rays. Sharp one thing.
Purity.
It is pure, but there is a horn. What is a horn?
Is it related to spot in the moon, ma'am?
Correct. What is it called?
Rekha.
Not Rekha. Okay, our language, no, Sanskrit is Deva Bhasha. It is also full poetry Bhasha only. It is called Shashanka. We say, no, you see a rabbit on the moon, you see a hare on the moon. Huh? Okay, that moon is that hair mark, Shashanka. Shasha, Anka itself means mark. Okay, so the Lanchana or the Smriti, the Lakshana of the moon itself is a Shashanka, or the mark on the surface of the moon, which appears like a hair. Okay, Shashanka. That Shashanka is compared to the horn here. So the along with its horn, namely the Shashanka, the moon glowed brightly. It is like when something is very beautiful. For example, when we dress up a bride for her grand wedding day, she is glowing with beauty. She looks so beautiful, right? So what do? To accentuate her beauty, we add a black dot here. We say drishti pottu, but we still add the black dot here. That black dot makes her appear even more beautiful. Correct? Same way, the moon, which is already glowing white, beautiful like this, because of that one mark, it glows so much more beautiful. Which is why poets enjoy describing the moon with a Shashanka mark in it. Any poetry, if you read, especially Kalidasa's poetry, if you read, you will keep hearing references to how the moon is there. Even Yadava Abhyudayam, before the birth of Krishna, the moon, the lot of shlokas, almost 15, 20 shlokas, they describe the moon. There also Shashanka is very beautifully described by Vedanta Desikar. So like this, we find the moon is a very useful chidna used in Kavya. Okay, for describing the moon, and the Shashanka on the moon is a very useful chidna used in Kavya. So now we move to the next shloka. It's almost like Valmiki said in the 5th Sarga, I am going to show whatever Kavya prowess I have, I am going to enjoy here and give you some shlokas like this. There will be nothing about Sita Mata, much about Sita Mata. Instead, directly we will talk about the beauty of the place. Rajiji, your hand is raised for some reason. Earlier raised, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Rachnaji, please ask.
Ma'am, how is the Shashanka rabbit compared to the horn?
What is the shape of a rabbit? Long.
Shape.
Here, see, if you notice the word horn or shringa or peak, it's used to mean different things. In the first case, for the bull, it is the hump. Very clever you said, see. In the second case, used in its traditional sense for the mountain, peak of a mountain. In the case of an elephant, used for a curved tusk, which is still sharp. Here, the word Shringa refers to the Shashanka, or the the pointed object which is drawn on the moon, or rather which appears on the moon.
So the rabbit appears pointed.
No, the rabbit appears like the rabbit only. If you see the moon on a normal full moon day also, you'll see that the Shashanka mark on the moon. No, same mark. It is being referred to poetically here as its moon's Shringa, moon's horns. With a horn,
Not because of its appearance.
not particularly, though you can imply and say, yeah, because of that, it looks like a horn, you can say. I think Radhaji wants to add more meaning to it. Please do.
No, so basically, it is just like whenever you see a moon, no, there is some, it's not a smooth surface. So the smooth surface, instead of the smooth surface, for moon always they say, no, what you think you will see in the moon. Because it is connected to our manas. So moon is always linked to our manas and sun to buddhi. So moon is always close to your heart. That's why they say, no, you think of your mother, you'll see the mother in it. Whatever you imagine, you'll see. Like that, see, with science also, as we say, it has got ups and downs. So here, like rabbit ear, see, rabbit ears are pointed, no? So something like that. See, this is all imagination.
And it's poetry. More than anything,
poetry.
It is taking the aspect
Exactly.
of one and interpolating it on the other.
That's all. The whole thing, no, like whole Sundarakandam itself, he's drawing pictures on the sky in the first Sarga. As Hanuman left, he said Rekha. So he was Rekhankita. So what he did, he drew a picture. He got a big screen or sheet to do it. So like that, here the moon is taken, and then whatever you imagine, he is thinking all Shringa. So let me compare that Raj like that hot. That is the thing, Lachnaji. It's imaginative, poetic and imaginative. So some
Poetry magic.
humps and peaks are compared here, I think. That's what I thought, Varsha.
Yes. And they are also not all direct comparisons. All of them require you to make a leap, understand it with a little bit of creativity, which is what the moon is all about. Moon is a planet that makes you very creative. Okay, so
And
even
also,
this
Varsha,
Sarga has that benefit as well. I didn't say that. For creativity,
like we have like Chandas, same word used in different meaning.
Shresha Alankara.
So that also is there in this.
Yeah,
So Shringaha in different meanings. In each place, the same Shringa word is there, but used in 4 meanings.
Correct.
So much of expertise.
Yeah, a lot of thought, and it's like Valmiki Maharishi is not in a hurry to compose Ramayana. When he is writing it, we must also therefore not be in a hurry to learn it. Obviously we should be time bound and learn it, but the point is, so we can do it in this Janma, but the point is we should also enjoy where he stops and where he ruminates and where he enjoys. We should also enjoy with him. Right. Thank you, Radhaji. You added a lot of insight. Then next shloka we will go to. विनष्टशीताम्बुतुषारपङ्को विनष्टशीताम्बुतुषारपङ्को महाग्रहग्राहविनष्टपङ्कः महाग्रहग्राहविनष्टपङ्कः प्रकाशलक्ष्म्याश्रयनिर्मलाङ्को प्रकाशलक्ष्म्याश्रयनिर्मलाङ्को रराजचन्द्रो भगवान् शशाङ्कः रराजचन्द्रो भगवान् शशाङ्कः भगवान् शशाङ्कः सन्धिं भूत्वा भगवान् शशाङ्कः विसे विनष्टशीताम्बुतुषारपङ्को महाग्रहग्राहविनष्टपङ्कः विनष्टशीताम्बुतुषारपङ्को महाग्रहग्राहविनष्टपङ्कः प्रकाशलक्ष्म्याश्रयनिर्मलाङ्को रराजचन्द्रो भगवान् शशाङ्कः प्रकाशलक्ष्म्याश्रयनिर्मलाङ्को रराजचन्द्रो भगवान् शशाङ्कः टुगेदर विनष्टशीताम्बुतुषारपङ्को महाग्रहग्राहविनष्टपङ्कः प्रकाशलक्ष्म्याश्रयनिर्मलाङ्को रराजचन्द्रो भगवान् शशाङ्कः रराज shone splendidly, brightly. Who? Bhagavan Shashankaha Chandraha. Chandraha Raraja. The moon glowed brightly. Moon is described with the adjective Bhagavan Shashankaha. Bhagavan, the Lord. Shashankaha, one with the Anka on his body. Shashankaha itself becomes his name. Moon has another name, Shashanka. One with the Shashanka. One with the Anka on his form is Shashanka. Okay, so Bhagavan Shashankaha Raraja. The moon, Bhagavan moon, glowed brightly. Okay, so now what are the other qualities of the moon? Vinashta Shitambu Tushara Pankaha. Adjective for moon. Okay, Vinashta, lost, dissipated. Shitambu, cold water, that is dew. Tushara Pankaha. Tushara, snow, Panka, mist. So, let me explain this individually. If I give it, the meaning doesn't make sense. Let me explain the meaning of the whole phrase. Okay, there is, in the night, when the frost is formed, the frost starts to melt due to the gentle heat from the sun. This is from the moon. This is a seaside area. This is a tropical seaside, equatorial seaside climate in this area. So how is it? Mahagraha graha vinashta pankaha vinashta shitambu tushara pankaha. Let me take Mahagraha graha vinashta pankaha first. Mahagraha, the great star or great planet, there is sun here. Mahagraha, graha. Graha means one who takes. Who is the one who takes something from the sun? Moon.
Moon.
Correct.
Moon
So
takes light.
look at the poetry here. This is not a word from Amarkosha. Mahagraha graha equal to moon. One who takes the heat from the sun and emits heat. Another gentle heat. And the gentle heat, now what happens? Vinashta pankaha. The frost which is there, remember Tushara pankaha? That panka refers to frost. That frost starts to melt. And then what happens? Vinashta Shitambu Tushara Pankaha. From that melting frost, what forms? Dew forms. Okay, so where is the dew forming? Everywhere. On the leaves, plants, everything that you see, dew is forming. Okay, so what happens? The entire area, the dewdrops reflect the moonlight. Everything reflects the moonlight. It glows even more. And Prakasha Lakshmiya Shraya Nirmalankaha, another word for moon. Nirmalankaha, one who is pure in appearance, despite having an anka, despite having a mark, who is described as pure in appearance? Moon. Why? Because the frost has melted, dew has been formed, the moonlight is being reflected all over the place, and all the dew droplets that form around everywhere. And Prakasha, he is glowing, all faultlessly glowing. How? Lakshmi Ashraya, with the what do you call? The Lakshmi here refers to the radiance. So with unsullied radiance, he glows. There is a Slesha. Slesha means second meaning. Lakshmi, again, one who is Lakshmi Ashrayaha, Kaha Chandraha. Why? Lakshmi's brother. So, as Lakshmi's brother, okay, he is glowing with the auspiciousness, he is glowing with the purity. She is very pure. Shuchim, Swaham, Swadham, Sudham, we saw in Lakshmi Stotram. She is Shuchi, it very pure. Like her purity is now being interpolated on her brother. If you if you take a clean soap and you touch a dirty Varsha skin and you rub, the clean soap's property will come onto my skin. No. Same way, Lakshmi Ashrayaha Shashankaha. The one who is attached to Lakshmi, her Shuchitwam rubs off on him. He is anyway Shuchi only. But even more so with the association with Lakshmi Devi, he seems to glow even more brighter. Despite having the Ankaha, he is Nirmalankaha. He is pure. He is glowing with unsullied purity. Okay, and that unsullied purity is magnified by all those dewdrops. That's why the mention of the dewdrops in the first line. First line is merely to set the environment, to appreciate how much the glow is reflected. And then to say, Lakshmi Ashrayaha Nirmala. Slightly complicated word usage.
Ma'am,
Please,
Tushara meaning, ma'am?
No.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of Tushara, ma'am? Snow. Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, this line, ma'am, once again. Mahagraha Graha.
Mahagraha equal to sun. Great planet. Mahagraha means great planet. In our system, no, sun is also planet, right? So we say Mahagraha, sun. Graha, that which takes from the sun, grasps from the sun. Who grasps from the sun? The moon. What does he grasp? He grasps light. He reflects the light of the sun. No. So he is called Mahagraha Graha. Graha means that which grasps. I hope that part is clear. This meaning, especially of Mahagraha Graha, credit for that meaning should go to the Vebulum translation done by Sri Ranganji. He is the one who says very nicely, the moon emits grasped rays from the sun and therefore is described as Mahagraha Graha. That only motivated me to do the Vigraha Vakya for this, Vigraha Padam for this compound word. Okay, so the moon emits the grasped light. Okay, hope the meaning is clear. If you want, I can summarize quickly. What happens is the moon reflects the light from the sun. That with a gentle light, it melts the frost. Melting frost becomes dew. Dew all over the place reflects the unsullied brightness of the moon. which is described here as Lakshmi Ashreya, which can be taken in two ways. One is one with great radiance, Lakshmi Ashreya. Other meaning is Lakshmi Ashreya, one associated with goddess Lakshmi. Therefore, her Shuchitvam gets superimposed on him. Therefore, Bhagavan Shashanka. Here also Bhagavan is used. See, he becomes God. He is God because he is Lakshmi Devi's brother. Bhagavan Shashanka Raja. Okay, I hope the meaning is. Raja ityukte rajadhatu litlakarena prathama vibhakti prathama purusha ekavachanam. Raja. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to the next shloka. शीलातलं प्राप्य यथा मृगेन्द्रो शीलातलं प्राप्य यथा मृगेन्द्रो महारणं प्राप्य यथा गजेन्द्रः महारणं प्राप्य यथा गजेन्द्रः राज्यं समासाद्य यथा नरेन्द्रः राज्यं समासाद्य यथा नरेन्द्रः तथा प्रकाशो विरराजचन्द्रः तथा प्रकाशो विरराजचन्द्रः शीलातलं प्राप्य यथा मृगेन्द्रो महारणं प्राप्य यथा गजेन्द्रः शीलातलं प्राप्य यथा मृगेन्द्रो महारणं प्राप्य यथा गजेन्द्रः राज्यं समासाद्य यथा नरेन्द्रः तथा प्रकाशो विरराजचन्द्रः राज्यं समासाद्य यथा नरेन्द्रः तथा प्रकाशो विरराजचन्द्रः Together. शीलातलं प्राप्य यथा मृगेन्द्रो महारणं प्राप्य यथा गजेन्द्रः राज्यं समासाद्य यथा नरेन्द्रः तथा प्रकाशो विरराजचन्द्रः तथा in some way likewise like what okay Chandraha Viraraja Dhatu sorry the what am I saying the verb Viraraja refers to shone brightly. V is the upasarga. Raraja, as we saw in the previous shloka also, means shining brightly. So when the upasarga V is added to the Raj Dhatu, Litlakarena, we get Viraraja. So Raraja itself means glowing brightly. Viraraja means even more specially glowing brightly. Okay, so there is something special about his glowing brightly. Let's find out what. So Prakashaha Viraraja Chandraha. So Prakashaha Chandraha Viraraja. The bright moon glowed very specially brightly. This is the exact literal meaning. The bright moon glowed very specially brightly. Like what? Mrigendraha Shilatalam Prapya. Mrigendraha, the lord of the animals. Who is the lord of the animals?
Gaja, elephant.
Lion.
Lion.
Gaja, but Anna, Mrigendra na vande, it directly tells only the Indra of the Mrigas, அப்படியா?
ஆமா இந்திரா மிருகானாம் இந்திரஹா மிருகேந்திரஹா.
நம்ம கஜேந்திரா படிச்சிருக்கோம்ல அதனால
அது வந்து கஜானாம் இந்திரா, அது greatest of the gajas, Gajendra. Among all the animals, the greatest is always the king. Right. So Mrigendraha. Mrigendraha Shilatalam Prapya. If you see the lions, no, even if you go to Gir forest, you will find them in rocky outcroppings on top of mountains. You won't find them in the lower levels. You will find them in the slightly more elevated surfaces, and they prefer Shilatala, rocky surfaces, rather than these, unlike the tigers. If you see the tigers, you'll find them among the bamboo shoots, you'll find them among foliage, you'll find them easily hidden. Whereas the lions love to bask in the sun. They come on top of the mountain, they will be walking splendidly, unchallenged, because they are the masters of the entire forest. So that's their usual habitat. Shilatalam Prapya. So like how it is there unchallenged, even within them they have their fights, no? So if you're climb to the topmost part, you are the boss among the lions. So how you will feel? Proud and happy, right? That's how the lion would feel. Then let's look at the next comparison. Yatha Gajendraha Maharanam Prapya. Like how the greatest among the elephants, namely the elephant troops leader. Okay, like how Maharanam Prapya, when it reaches the great forest. Here the meaning of reaches the great forest is unchallenged, it rules over the forest. How does it feel? Proud, in charge, same way. Yatha Narendraha Rajyam Samasadhyam. Like how Narendraha, Naranam Indraha, Nrinam Indraha, Narendraha, the one who is the chief of all men, namely a king. Narendra refers to a king. Like how a king feels on attaining his kingdom. Imagine he goes for a big battle, war, he leaves the kingdom, comes back victorious. How does he feel? So you should imagine the emotions here. Pride, joy, feeling of being in my place. I am the boss. It is my area. Same feeling. Tatha prakashaha viraraja chandraha. In the same way Chandra felt. So here the V, upasarga, is used to indicate the moon's feelings. The moon is feeling, it's glowing splendidly indeed, but it is glowing splendidly because this is the place for it to be. The moon feels. It feels this is the place where I should shine brightly so that Ramakarya is done. Sita Devi is found. Lakshmi Devi, Amsha, which is Sita Devi, Lakshmi Devi's avatar, which is Sita Devi, must be found. So this is my work. I am in the right place. That feeling is, that is why V, Upasarga is added to the word, added to the dhatu, Raj. Okay, to get Viraraja. So this is the meaning of this particular shloka. I hope the meaning is clear. Any questions, please ask. Raise your hand. I'm not able to see all of you suddenly. Your hand is raised. I don't know. Okay. So I'm moving forward. Rajiji, following up? If you want me to repeat something, ask.
Ma'am, actually, I want to lastly ask the second line. I didn't understand, ma'am. But
Ending,
elephants, I didn't understand, ma'am. Actually,
no problem. Like, see, when you find your place and you are, see, after a whole day's work, when you get back home, how we feel. That too, whole day's good work. There's lousy work, but whole day's good work. How do we feel? Good about ourselves, happy about ourselves, right? The feeling of accomplishing something. Same way. Shilatalam prapi yatha mrigendra. Like if it is managed to reach a rocky outcropping of a mountain, how the lion feels. It glows brightly. It is powerful. Same way. When the Gajendra, when the lion or the chief among the elephants reaches a forest and is unchallenged there in the forest, how does it feel? Proud, happy. Same way. When you reach your kingdom, when he reaches his kingdom, the king would feel very joyful that he's come back to his kingdom, victorious after war. In the same way, the moon felt very happy, glowing in the sky brightly because it is doing Lakshmi Devi's karya and therefore indirectly Ramakarya.
okay. So the moon and Lakshmi Devi is okay. Okay, now. Okay,
So
okay.
everywhere you'll find the Alankara, the underlying dhvani is the connection in this whole sarga between the moon and Lakshmi Devi.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and
Now
that
I
is why
got
moon
it.
is helping so much. Moon is helping so much because moon wants Lakshmi Devi's work to be done.
Okay, Karamakarya. Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving forward.
Actually, I'm missing that again that poetry line, no, ma'am. That I miss that Lakshmi Devi and Moon's relation. So because Moon is helping Lakshmi Devi, no, ma'am. So that I missed it actually. So that's why I
The
couldn't
previous one,
understand.
Prakasha Lakshmi Ashriya Nirmalankaha, that you
Ah.
missed. Okay, Lakshmi Ashriya refers to Lakshmi equal to Shuchi. He is Lakshmi Ashriya because he is Lakshmi Sahodaraha, Lakshmi's brother. Okay, what is her quality? Shuchitvam, purity. Where does it rub off? On the moon. So, Prakasha Lakshmi Ashriya Nirmalankaha.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
And even before that, you found that Lakshmi was there mentioned. Again, he glowed splendidly. Lakshmi Devi was there. So again, this Lakshmi was used for brightness. So that way, every word here, Lakshmi Devi, two common qualities that they both possess are cooling property and the fact that they both are bright. Okay. Next. प्रकाश चंद्रोदय नष्ट दोषः Prakash Chandra. This entire meaning, by the way, Lakshmi Devi connection and Chandra and all is not there in Giri book. So those of you following Giri book, please add to your notes. Prakash Chandrodaya Nashta Doshaha. Prakash Chandrodaya Nashta Doshaha. Pravriddha Rakshah Pishitasha Doshaha. Pravriddha Rakshah Pishitasha Doshaha. Okay, I see many of you struggling. Pravriddha Rakshah. Pravriddha Rakshah. Pishitasha Doshaha. Okay. Pravriddha Rakshah Pishitasha Doshaha. Ramabhiramerita Chitta Doshaha. Ramabhiramerita Chitta चित्तदोषः स्वर्गप्रकाशो भगवान् प्रदोषः स्वर्गप्रकाशो भगवान् प्रदोषः प्रकाशचन्द्रोदयनष्टदोषः प्रवृद्धरक्षः पिशिताशदोषः रामाभिरामेरितचित्तदोषः स्वर्गप्रकाशो भगवान् प्रदोषः Once more. प्रकाशचन्द्रोदयनष्टदोषः प्रवृद्धरक्षः पिशिताशदोषः रामाभिरामेरितचित्तदोषः स्वर्गप्रकाशो भगवान् प्रदोषः. Okay, so here there is no verb. We have to add the verb asti or asit rather. It was like that. Prakasha Chandrodaya Nashtadoshaha. By the Prakasha Chandrodaya, by the rising of the bright moon. Nashtadoshaha. The darkness of sins, darkness of the night was dispelled. Darkness of our sorrows were dispelled. Then Pravriddha Rakshaha Pishitasha Dhoshaha. The night for normal people will cause a cooling off of our sorrows, will cool us down and make us happy. But for people who are Rakshasas, Rakshaha here refer to the Rakshasas. For them, Pishitasha Doshaha Pravriddhaha Bhavati. Pishitasha Doshaha refers to Asha, eating. Pishita refers to eating meat, flesh of humans also. So includes cannibalistic tendencies of the Rakshasas. So the moonrise causes the cannibalistic tendencies of the Rakshasas to increase. With nightfall, that's why we find so many crimes happening in the night time. We've seen recently also what everyone in our country is so sad about. All these crimes happen only in the night because those who are Rakshasas, they behave even more like Rakshasas only in the night. So the moonrise causes these Rakshasa tendencies to increase. Okay, clearer? Ramabhiramerita chitta doshaha. This is not about Rama and Sita, unfortunately. Rama, Abhirama, Irita, chitta doshaha. Chitta doshaha refers to tendencies of the mind. Okay, but it is still a fault. It is a fault like, or it's a fault of the mind. What does it do? The mind is drawn. Irita. It is drawn. To whom? Rama, Abhirama iti. One, okay, who is dwelling on somebody, okay, thinks more and more about their object of affection in the night time only. So, for example, if a loved one is away, we miss them most at night, you know. That's what it means. Basically, the mind starts missing those whom they love. So here, Tilaka was feeling that the basic meaning is inadequate. He said, so what if in Lanka the moon is rising and people's minds are going towards their beloved objects? There in India, Rama's mind is also at the same time nightfall, night rise is there, moon rise is there in India also, no. Even Lord Rama's mind is going towards his beloved, so he must be thinking, aha, I'm missing Sita Devi, no, in the night. So he refers to Rama in this particular commentary, but nobody else does. Okay, so this is Rama Bhiramirita Chitta Doshaha, where the tendencies of the mind goes towards missing their loved ones. Okay, Bhagavan Pradoshaha Swarga Prakashaha. We can take Raraja again. So the moon, the Bhagavan moon, Pradoshaha Swarga Prakashaha, at dusk, he was spreading light like it was a Swarga, like in the heavens. So he illuminated the place and made it appear like the heavens. So this is what happened. So this is a description of how he saw the moon. Joshika, why is your hand raised?
Ma'am, didn't you say Chandra was actually Lakshmi Devi's brother? Then why does he cause all these crimes?
Things, huh? Wait, I'll tell you. See, brother need not have all the qualities of the sister, no? brother has one important quality. See, Lakshmi Devi has a lot of qualities, right? Because she is Sakshat Mahalakshmi, correct? So she is pure Sattva Guna, she's pure Aishwarya. That is why I never said Aishwarya Bhava is there for moon. The moon is a Devata. The moon is a Devata, especially of the mind. The mind does good things. The mind also does very bad things. Okay, who is the one who rules these bad tendencies? Even those are ruled by the mind. Okay, that is why in our culture only we keep saying Rama, 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 because Ramachandra he is. When we keep taking Rama Nama, the Ramachandra that he is, the moon-like Rama that he is, he will start bringing our mind from all the negative tendencies to a positive frame, so that we don't do these wrong things. We are all fallible as human beings. Correct?
Yes.
So to bring us on the right track, if we pray to the moon, it will not work. The moon is doing its job. If you pray to Ramachandra, who's the boss of the moon also, it will work. Understood?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Or we can even say Krishna, 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 because he's born in the this one. We have this Nama, no? Amritam Shudbhavaha. Amritam Shudbhavaha Bhanuriti Bijam. In Vishnu Sahasranamam we say in the Nyasa part. Amritam Shudbhavaha. Who's that? Krishna. So if you take his name, he will keep you on. He is born in the rays of the moon, but he is the Bhanuhu. He is a self-effulgent light that makes even all the luminous objects glow bright. So that self-effulgent, not Krishna, if you pray to, you can bring your mind under control. So the mind you can, that's why the mind is not equal to Lakshmi Devi. It is brother of Lakshmi Devi. Brothers and sisters are very different, no? Does your brother behave like how you behave daily at home? No, no. Then your mother's job will be very easy or difficult depending on how you behave. Okay, but essentially, siblings are different. Correct? That's what is here. That you can see here. Shivagami ji, your hand is.
Yeah, we said that the moon is actually in the middle of the sky right now, right? But it says Bhagavan Pradoshaha. So that is like at the dusk.
Okay, why Pradosh? Okay. The Pradoshaha, okay, there is a definition given here in the Shiromani commentary as to why. Okay, good that you pointed it out. The technical point should I share? I was thinking, but since you asked me, I will share it. Pradosha is considered to be a starting point. From Pradosha onwards till sunrise. The Lord, Pradoshe Chandra Niyantritvam Aropitam is what Shiromani Bhashakara says. Basically, what he means is from Pradosha onwards till the sunrise, there is Chandra Niyantritvam. The Chandra rules. From sunrise, the sun rules. So, this is to say, this is the under the territory of the sun, moon, all this is happening. That is why the word Pradosha is. It's like a placeholder for night here.
Okay.
Very nice. We are thinking so much word by word. If we think like this, we will definitely, all of us will learn. Thank you. Okay, so I'm moving forward to the next shloka if don't have any more questions. Tantri Svana, with this moon description is practically over. Tantri Svana Karna Sukha Pravritta Tantri Svana Karna Sukha Pravritta Swapanti Narya पतिभिः सुवृत्ताः स्वपन्ति नार्यः पतिभिः सुवृत्ताः नक्तञ्चराश्चापि तथा प्रवृत्ता नक्तञ्चराश्चापि तथा प्रवृत्ता विहर्तुमत्यद्भुतरौद्रवृत्ताः विहर्तुम okay, don't take it as vihartum atyadbhut vihartum atyadbhut raudravrittaah vihartum atyadbhut raudravrittaah. Everywhere vritta is used. Anuprasha alankara. Tantri swanakarna sukha pravrittaah swapanti naryah patibhih suvrittaah तंत्री स्वना कर्ण सुखा प्रवृत्ताः स्वपन्ति नार्यः पतिभिः सुवृत्ताः नक्तञ्चराश्चापि तथा प्रवृत्ताः विहर्तुमत्यद्भुतरौद्रवृत्ताः नक्तञ्चराश्चापि तथा प्रवृत्ता विहर्तुमत्यद्भुतरौद्रवृत्ताः टुगेदर तन्त्रीस्वनाः कर्णसुखाः प्रवृत्ताः स्वपन्ति नार्यः पतिभिः सुवृत्ताः नक्तञ्चराश्चापि तथा प्रवृत्ता विहर्तुमत्यद्भुतरौद्रवृत्ताः. Okay, so here the word that we should take is pravrittaha. Okay, pravrittaha started. They started. Who started? Karna sukhaha, tantri swanaha, pravrittaha. Now see, after describing the moon, Valmiki comes down to earth and says, what does he say? Karna sukhaha, pleasing to the ears. Tantri swanaha, sounds of stringed instruments. This we saw in the previous sarga also, right? Sounds of stringed instruments. Pravrittaha, started. So nightfall is the time when people enjoy themselves in the inner quarters of the palace. So started does not mean the music started just now. It fell on Hanuman's ears. He heard the sound of all these musical instruments being played. Suvrittaha naryaha patibihi swapanti. Suvrittaha, women of very good character. Naryaha, suvrittaha naryaha, women of very good character. So if you see, pravrittaha means started. Here, suvrittaha is used as an adjective for naryaha, which means suvrittaha means chaste. So suvrittaha naryaha, chaste women, patibihi, with their husbands, swapanti, were sleeping. Okay, tatha, likewise. Atyadbhuta raudravrittaha. Naktancharaschaapi. Naktancharaha. Naktancharaha refers to chara, those which move. Naktam charati iti naktancharaha, those which move in the night time. Nocturnal beings. Who are the nocturnal beings? Rakshasas by definition are nocturnal beings. Okay, so the nocturnal beings, Rakshasas, Atyadbhuta raudravrittaha. Ati adbhuta, wonderful. Raudra, ferocious. Vrittaha, deeds. So here the word vrittaha is used for deeds. So the ones who had exhibited ferocity and who were capable of fearsome acts, such rakshasaha, vihartum pravrittaha. Vihartum, to roam about, they started. So typical night time. All the bad elements were out and about. Okay, ready to wreak badness. Musical instruments simultaneously were being played somewhere. Women of good character, meanwhile, were happily, blissfully unaware of all this, sleeping with their husbands. So this is a description of the nighttime Lanka. Is it clear? So the word vrittaha, see, used in many meanings, but used repeatedly at the end of every pada, anuprasa alankara. Next shloka. Matta pramattani samakulani. Matta pramattani samakulani. रथाश्वभद्रासनसङ्कुलानि रथाश्वभद्रासनसङ्कुलानि वीरश्रिया चापि समाकुलानि वीरश्रिया चापि समाकुलानि ददर्श धीमान् स कपिः कुलानि ददर्श धीमान् स कपिः कुलानि मत्तप्रमत्तानि समाकुलानि रथाश्वभद्रासनसङ्कुलानि वीरश्री मत्तप्रमत्तानि समाकुलानि रथाश्वभद्रासनसङ्कुलानि वीरश्रिया चापि समाकुलानि ददर्श धीमान् स कपिः कुलानि वीरश्रिया चापि समाकुलानि ददर्श धीमान् स कपिः कुलानि. Together. मत्तप्रमत्तानि समाकुलानि रथाश्वभद्रासनसङ्कुलानि वीरश्रिया चापि समाकुलानि ददर्श धीमान् स कपिः कुलानि. Now here, Veeraha No, let's leave the Viraha actually. Veera Shriya, we'll keep it there. That way the meaning will be better. So Dhiman Saha Kapihi. Dhiman, the intelligent one. Saha Kapihi, that Hanuman. Matta Pramatta. So what did he do? Dadasha. He saw. That's a verb. So the intelligent Hanuman saw. What did he see? Matta Pramattani Samakulani Rathashvabhadrasana Sankulani. The noun here is Rathashvabhadrasana Sankulani. So just outside the palace, from outside the palace, he's hearing all these sounds of nocturnal beings trampling about, starting to do their bad work, of musical instruments, of chaste women lying with their husbands. All these sounds he's hearing. And then he sees outside Ratha Ashwa Bhadrasana Sankulani. Sankula refers to collection of many. What? Ratha Ashwa Bhadrasana. Chariots, horse-drawn chariots with well-portioned, beautifully, appointed seats. Okay, so comfortable carriages and other means of conveyances. And what was it filled with? Matta Pramattani Samakulani. Matta Pramattaha. Here, Matta Pramattaha refers to those carriages where seating people who were possibly going to a party or wherever, or coming from a party. So they were Mattaha, they were intoxicated. They were dull, Pramattaha dull, Pramattaha intoxicated. So they were dull with intoxication. They had lost their senses. And Samakulani, so filled with such people. These chariots and horse-drawn chariots with these beautiful seats were there. Veerashriyapi cha Samakulani Kulani Dadarsha. He also saw people who were filled with Veerashriya. Veerashriya refers to what? Anantara Dikshitar says in his commentary, Veera Lakshmi. So people who are very brave, namely, lot of heavy security, lot of warriors, lot of brave people. These people were also there. Veera Shriya cha api Samakulani, filled with. So with Veera Lakshmi, filled with Kulani, many great people, many families, Dadarsha, he saw. Okay. So these are the roads just outside these, outside the Antapura, the roads outside the Antapura, how do they look? I hope the meaning is clear. This is also a description of the nightlife of Lanka. All this we must remember is illuminated with a friendly moon. Parasparam chadhikamakshipanti. Parasparam chadhikamakshipanti. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyam adhikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyam adhikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyam adhikshipanti. I know it's a little bit tongue twister. I'll tell it slowly, word by word. Parasparam cha adhikam akshipanti. Akshipanti. Cha adhikam akshipanti. Akshipanti, not akshipanti, sorry. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyam adhikshipanti. Mattani cha anyonyam adhikshipanti. I'll repeat. Mattani cha anyonyam adhikshipanti. I hope it is clear. Just a second. I will also open this and have a small doubt. Right. Line by line. Parasparam chadhikamakshipanti. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Parasparam chadhikamakshipanti. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyam adhikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyam adhikshipanti. Together. Parasparam chadhikamakshipanti. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Matta प्रमत्तानि नधिविक्षिपन्ति Mattani chanyonyamadikshipanti. Some of you are not even trying. Once more. Slow. Parasparam chadhikamakshipanti. Bhujanscha peenan adhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. I'm repeating that. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyamadikshipanti. Once more. Parasparam chadhikamakšipanti. Bhujanscha peenanadhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Mattani chanyonyamadikshipanti. Beautiful usage of the word kshipanti, kshipanti everywhere. Huh? Kshipanti also here slightly different meanings are used. Kshipa, dhatu means to throw. Kshipanti means they throw. What are they throwing? What is the description here? Parasparam, adhikam, akshipanti. The first word here is parasparam, amongst each other. Adhikam, excessively. Akshipanti, they are kind of ridiculing each other. They are finding fault with each other, making fun of each other. Okay, so the word here is akshipanti. Adhikam, akshipanti. The word akshipanti means finding fault with each other, laughing at each other, ridiculing each other. Bhujanscha, bhujancha, peenan. Sorry, peenan, bhujancha, adhikam, or rather adhivikshipanti. Peenan, adhivikshipanti. So here, adhivikshipanti means what? Adhivikshipanti means excessively hitting each other. With what? They're fat, peenan, fat, bhujan, shoulders. So they're using their hit, when two people walk, okay, and they are very big, large in size. What do? They bump the other person on his shoulder and walk forward, like, right? Like that. I hope you're all able to imagine. They're kind of pushing the other person with their shoulder and walking. So hitting each other on their shoulders. Matta pralapan or matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti. Matta pramattani nadhivikshipanti means, here the word is matta pramattani na adhivikshipanti, which essentially means blabbering. Okay, excessively tossing about words. Here, adhivikshipanti means tossing about. So the first akshipanti was to ridicule. The second one is to hit each other with their shoulders. The third one is to toss about words. Loosely talk, loose talk, engaging in loose talk. Matta pramattani adhivikshipanti. Mattani cha anyonyam adikshipanti. Intoxicated ones, anyonyam, to each other, adikshipanti. They were quarreling. So ridiculing, quarreling, pushing each other, and the fourth meaning is tossing about words. So all these four meanings are used for one verb. Okay, used with different prefixes. I hope the meaning is clear, but people were doing all this in the houses. What were they doing? Ridiculing each other, making fun, insulting each other, hitting about each other with their shoulders, and blabbering intoxicatedly. Rakshamsi vakshamsi cha vikshipanti. Rakshamsi vakshamsi cha vikshipanti. Gatrani kantasu cha vikshipanti. Gatrani kantasu cha vikshipanti. Rupani chitrani cha vikshipanti. Rupani chitrani cha vikshipanti. Dridhani chapani cha vikshipanti. Dridhani chapani cha vikshipanti. Rakshamsi vakshamsi cha vikshipanti. Gatrani kantasu cha vikshipanti. Rakshamsi vakshamsi cha vikshipanti. Gatrani kantasu cha vikshipanti. Rupani chitrani cha vikshipanti. Dridhani chapani cha vikshipanti. Rupani chitrani cha vikshipanti. Dridhani chapani cha vikshipanti. Together. Rakshamsi vakshamsi cha vikshipanti. Gatrani kantasu cha vikshipanti. Rupani chitrani cha vikshipanti. Dridhani chapani cha vikshipanti. Here the verb is vikshipanti. 4 meanings, 4 different places. What is Hanuman seeing? In the night city of Lanka is being described. Rakshamsi, Vakshamsi, Vikshipanti. Rakshamsi, Rakshasas. Vakshamsi, chest. Vikshipanti, expanding. The Rakshasas were expanding their chest. What does it mean? Basically, their Raudra is being displayed. How? By expanding your chest and walking like one warrior. Okay. Gatrani, Kantasu Gatrani Vikshipanti. You must imagine that they are fighting for the same woman. Okay, so the woman that they want, they're now expanding their chest saying, I am the hero here. And then what are they doing? Kantasu Gatrani cha Vikshipanti. They are throwing their arms around their different women. Okay, who? These Rakshasas who are expanding their chest. Vikshipanti here means throwing the arm about. The first Vikshipanti means expanding. Rupani Chitrani cha Vikshipanti. Vikshipanti here means assuming. Chitrani Rupani, wonderful forms. So some are shapeshifters. Some are like, oh, you want me to look like how Mahishasura challenged Devi. Oh, you want me to look like a king? I can make myself look as handsome as Kamadeva. And suddenly he can change his form to Kamadeva. Instead of being a bull-faced demon, a Mahisha-faced demon, he can become a lovely Kamadeva. Like this, the Rakshasas could take on any form at will. So assuming wonderful forms. Here Vikshipanti means assuming a form. Dridhani chapani cha vikshipanti. Here the meaning is they drew powerful bows. Now they're starting to fight amongst each other for the women. So Dridhani chapani, strong, mighty bows, they started to draw to prepare for a fight, to impress the women that they are seeing. All this Dadarsha, Saha Hanuman, Rakshamsi Vakshamsi Vikshipanti cha, Gatrani Kantasu Vikshipanti cha, Rupani Chitrani Vikshipanti cha, Dridhani Chapani Vikshipanti cha, Dadarsha. So Hanuman saw all this. That is how we should take the Anvaya for this particular paragraph. I hope it's clear. I'll take one more shloka and stop for the day. ददर्शकान्ताश्च समालपन्त्यः ददर्शकान्ताश्च समालपन्त्यः तथा परास्तत्र पुनः स्वपन्त्यः तथा परास्तत्र पुनः स्वपन्त्यः तथा परास्तत्र पुनः स्वपन्त्यः क्रुद्धाः पराश्चापि विनिश्वसन्त्यः क्रुद्धाः पराश्चापि विनिश्वसन्त्यः सुरूपवक्त्राश्च तथा हसन्त्यः सुरूपवक्त्राश्च तथा हसन्त्यः ददर्शकान्ताश्च समालपन्त्यः तथा परास्तत्र पुनः स्वपन्त्यः ददर्शकान्ताश्च समालपन्त्यः तथा परास्तत्र पुनः स्वपन्त्यः क्रुद्धाः पराश्चापि विनिश्वसन्त्यः सुरूपवक्त्राश्च तथा हसन्त्यः क्रुद्धाः पराश्चापि विनिश्वसन्त्यः सुरूपवक्त्राश्च तथा हसन्त्यः. Meaning, together. Dadarshkantascha samalapantyaha tatha parastatra punas swapantyaha kriddhah paraschapi vinishvasantyaha surupavaktrascha tatha hasantyaha. Saha dadarsha. He saw. What did he see? Now he's seeing all the women there outside. He saw all these men, right? Fighting, quarreling, tossing about their shoulders, banding about loose words, acting in an intoxicated way, fighting over women, assuming wonderful forms, holding a bow, appearing as if they're, fighting with each other. All that he saw. Now he's seeing the women. Kantahacha, even their wives, or even their, you can't say wives really here for Kanta, even the women. Okay. Samalapantyaha, tatha. Samalapantyaha, there who had gathered there. Tatha, likewise, even they were behaving in a similar way. Tatra, there. Aparaha, punaha. Others also again. So kantaha cha others. So wives and others. So essentially it means the women, their women folk. Swasantyaha tatha. some were sleeping. Okay, then Surupa, where is the word here? Shvasantyaha do we have? Or Shvasantyaha? Vinishvasantyaha we have. Swapantyaha. Swapantyaha tatha. So some were sleeping. Okay, some were Surupavatraha. Hasantyaha. The beautiful faced women were laughing. Okay. Parahacha. So essentially what is happening here? They are fighting over the men. The women are fighting over the men. The beautiful women who have got the men are now laughing at the other women. So the ones who are very beautiful, they are laughing. Okay, Surupa Vatrahacha Asantyaha. The ones who are beautiful, they are laughing at the other woman. Parahacha. Now the other women. Kruddhaha. Angry women. Vinishvasantyaha. They are sighing very unhappily because they have not got the men. So see, he saw this. This is what he saw. So first he saw the men fighting over the women. Now he's seeing the women fighting over the men. Okay, so we can assume that some were sleeping and the others, Kantaha, were sleeping, and the Aparaha, the others, were fighting over the men. This is the description here. I thought we'll finish this part of it so that we can move on to the next part of the definition of the description of the city in the next class, because with this the men and the women kind of get done. Okay, so we'll close the recording and chant the concluding.